Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
All right, everybody, we're going to begin on a serious note tonight. As licensed broadcasters, it's sometimes our duty to report on ongoing situations of interest to the American public, especially in times of emergencies or disasters. That's why tonight, both FEMA and the National Weather Service have asked for our assistance in providing some updates on the situation in Florida, and some news you may have missed. It's no secret that Category 3 winds can transform ordinary harmless objects into lethal projectiles, and nowhere was this more in evidence than in southern Broward County early Sunday morning. A motorhome overturned in the devastating gale, spilling its contents, among them a vintage collection of party hats, to be scattered by the winds. In a field nearby, a party hat blew through a mule, killing the animal and embedding itself 4 inches into a wooden barn. The motorhome was allegedly registered to a Mr. D. Dornaldson of Newport News, Virginia. He has not been reached for comment. Miami-Dade County experienced the worst of the flooding, with 5 to 10 foot storm surges submerging streets completely. Tragically, the region's entire population of storm drain clowns is feared drowned at this time. Megachurch pastor Joel Osteen, after facing withering criticism for his response during Hurricane Harvey just weeks ago, has purportedly traveled to Miami and is rowing down byways on a raft made of motel-grade Bibles. Witnesses say he's rescuing any survivors who can afford his $20 suggested donation, and for 10 more, he'll take selfies and make weird faces at you. A man was nearly killed near Tampa Sunday afternoon when a statue of Floridian baseball legend Jose Canseco was struck by lightning, came to life, and carjacked him while demanding steroids in a voice that sounded, quote, like a gravel mixer from Beelzebub's own nightmares. We'll have more on that story as it develops. Don't laugh, this is serious. A man nearly lost his life, Taylor. You find that funny?
Hey! Oh! Help! Jose Canseco's after me!
Businesses both small and large will have to endure a punishing lull to cope with the monumental scale of repairs and recovery once the waters recede. In East Naples, a stationery firm called Looking Glass Print and Publication Studios has been battered so badly by wind-blown palm fronds that its sign has lost more than half its letters, now reading, Look, Ass and Pubic Studs.
You can cut all this laughing out if you want to, Adam. Fuck, that's funny.
Please keep it in.
Wow.
On a related note, with the closure of all the peninsula's nightclubs, bars, and restaurants, the Waffle House in Castleberry, Alabama wants any displaced Floridians to know that if they are seeking a place to shoot one another over petty disagreements, they may do so there at this time. Guys?
Oh! Oh my god! Oh! More like tropical storm funny! Oh! Oh my god! That was some prime time public service and Mr. B. Right?
Well, thank you. I'm just doing my public
Your legally
duty.
required duty.
Exactly.
And as a man who, as all 3 of us are men who are no strangers to surfacing ourselves with duty, welcome to Frankenstein Control. The one who everyone is shaking their heads at right now is me, Taylor Russell. To my left, a man who needs no introduction. So anyway, to my right, Adam, what are you doing?
Taylor, I'm loading up a shotgun,
Uh-huh.
and I'm grabbing a large shovel, and I'm gonna go in the backyard, dig a hole, and then put you in it with the shotgun, alive, and just let you figure out the rest.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to stop him.
I'm gonna hunt earthworms.
Good luck with that.
And right in front of me, as always, the ever stalwart, ever vigilant, ever hilarious, Brian B. Rye Bryanson.
Hey, I'm B-Rye. I'm actually often mistaken for a wind-blown palm frond.
Palm Franz sounds like a fake name somebody makes up to get, like, I don't know, free blood donation cookies.
Free ham samples at Harris Teeter.
Yes. Oh, man. If Harris Teeter knew the amount of ham I've embezzled over the years, I'd be in deep, deep duress.
Mm-hmm. Make yourself a sample sandwich every time you go.
I do, though.
Yep.
I do. And then sometimes they have, like, delicious pimento next to the bread that you get to sample, and it's just like, wow, that's a meal and a deal. Because that's free. And there ain't no spice better than free, and there ain't no better host better than me. Good night, everybody.
So I was thinking about things that make me laugh, that are stupid, or have altered
Which
my
we never
life.
do.
Oh,
We never talk about this kind of thing.
Least popular topic of discussion here on the Control. You see how I've contracted our name there? Do you like that? The Control.
The kids, it's hip with them.
Yep.
Grade schoolers, first through second only.
Especially the intelligent ones.
No, the unintelligent.
Only highbrow, super intelligent stuff for kids.
Yeah, highbrow second graders.
Mm-hmm.
The literati of grade school, if you will.
Student government denies knowledge.
So anyhow, I started laughing today when I saw a package that was delivered to the office, and I was like, why do I find packages funny? And it's something that I've thought about a lot over the years, but while also not really thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And I think it harkens back to a documentary I watched when I was around 14 with my mom. And the documentary was about the Unabomber. Mm-hmm. Jane Krasinski.
What?
What? The Unabomber's name is Ted Kaczynski.
Okay.
Jane Krasinski is the lady from the blonde lady from both 30 Rock and Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay. Sure. She
Wow.
was Betty Rubble in the second Flintstones movie.
There was
God!
There was a second Flintstones movie, and
Yes.
not Flintstones Vitamins, the movie.
It was
The actual Flintstones movie.
Viva
It's
Rock Vegas,
Yeah,
right?
Viva Rock Vegas, where they go to Caveman Vegas for some reason. And
That's the best way you could put it.
and half the cast is completely different. Like John Goodman isn't our Fred anymore, it's some other guy. And Betty and Wilma are different, and I think the only constant is Barney, who I don't know who played him, but he's unemployed now.
I think,
Who, Barney, or the guy who acted Barney?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah, Barney is frequently unemployed.
Is that what his thing was in the show? He was just freakily unemployed? He was a dumb dork? Did we
Level
talk about
one
this last episode?
No, I just said that at random one day.
Oh.
And you had no idea what I was talking about. And I don't really know either.
I don't believe you.
Wilma, keep your voice down about Bond's poverty. It makes him sad. I heard he had to put the whole family on rock stamps.
Whatever the fuck their incidental music is in that show. Unabomber? What does he do?
He mailed
bombed
people.
once.
Yeah, he bombed once.
What, is that why they call him Uni?
Yes. No.
Why did they call him the Unabomber?
I don't remember, and my brain
Was it because it was like a university?
my brain is an encyclopedia of violent crime, and I don't remember right now because I'm tired of shit.
Hey, me too, you both.
I don't feel like looking it up, so someone...
Y'all at home, Google it.
Someone who knows the answer is...
Call in right now.
Yeah, call in right now. Now, someone at home listening who knows the answer is screaming at the podcast, trying to tell me the answer, but alas, I cannot hear you.
No matter how loud you scream. Unless you scream so loud it goes through time.
Yep.
Yes.
Which
2
is
weeks into the past.
very difficult to do.
Anyhow, he mailed people packages and stuff in the bombs that they blew up when they opened their mail. That's what he did. That's what he do. And he killed like a dozen people or so and maimed horribly some others.
God.
And he did it all living in like a cabin in the woods. And so anyhow, Mom and I were watching this documentary about this man we're describing. And the documentary was supposed to be serious and like, dramatizing the experiences of his victims. But because we knew they weren't real people being hurt, It was hilarious
Oh.
to watch them receive packages that you knew were bombs, and the dramatic music would be slowly building up, and you're like, "Oh, don't touch it, stupid! It's a bomb! It's gonna blow up!" And then,
Oh,
the
here
music
you
would
go.
you'd just be waiting for it to happen, like with bated breath, just waiting for it to explode, and you'd see them pick it up and like walk in a back room, and then like seconds later you'd be like leaning, on the edge of your seat, and then an explosion comes through the doorway of the room they just went in, or it shows an exterior shot of their house blowing up or something, and it just made us lose our shit every time it happened, and we would look at each other because we felt horrible about laughing because people really died and were horribly maimed beyond repair.
Yeah, but those were actors in a show, and dramatic reenactions are fucking
funny.
hilarious.
It's okay to kill actors.
Yeah. They're not people.
Yeah, they're not dead.
They're just soulless
Yeah, they
husks.
are.
Oh.
Yeah, any TV that you see, that's real. There's no such thing as special effects. If an actor dies on screen, they're really dead.
Forever.
Yeah, just how Leonardo DiCaprio actually drowned on the Titanic.
What happened in The Revenant? That's why it's called The Revenant. He came back. That's the real Revenant.
Yep,
That's what I was going to say.
Clones. Hollywood clones.
I thought you were just going to say that actors and actresses, especially A-list, were just like some kind of horrible undead revenant that,
They're all liches.
Yeah, basically, and like, that's why Tom Cruise can't see himself in a mirror.
And he's always talking. There's always a clause in any of his contracts saying, "Don't go near my phylactery."
Yeah.
If you ever see a tiny shrunken version of me pulsating in the corner, do not touch it.
Yeah.
That's me just trying to regenerate after my first death in whatever movie I was in.
Jesus Christ, that's horrifying.
The scene of someone going around a corner and then exploding is funny to me and my mom because previously, years previous to the viewing of the Unabomber documentary,
Previously on B-Rye,
we had watched the original Time Traveler or Time Machine movie with like the Morlocks and the Eloi, and it's like that Victoria. I think it's a Jules Verne story. It's either the Time.
Yeah,
Machine?
yeah, it's Jules Verne.
Yeah.
And
or H.G. Wells, one of those fuckers.
I'm pretty sure it's Jules Verne. But anyhow, in the original
Know what I mean, Verne?
shitty old movie from like the 50s or whatever, when
so not the one they made in like the late 90s, early 2000s?
No, not that one.
No, it was early 2000s because I remember watching it in science class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a fun day.
Yep.
That was a substitute teacher day, wasn't it?
No,
Adam?
that was the end of the year where there's nothing left to teach us. We already did the exam, so it's like, well, legally you gotta come to school, but
Let's fuck off.
yeah, let's not.
Man, those were great.
I remember it was towards the end of.
Wish we had those kind of days at work, We're done with all the work. Fuck off. Just fuck off.
We had a day like that. I remember clearly in 8th grade. We watched. It was like towards the end of the school year, and we watched Spirited Away, and FBM was wearing a Santa hat. I have no idea where he got it. He just had it. He came to school wearing it, and he wore it all day.
Ho, 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 be right.
I'm pretty sure he said that exact line. Anyhow, Time Machine, Morlocks.
Yes, Morlocks.
So the time-traveling doctor, I don't remember his name.
Dr. Time Man.
Dr. Time Man.
Dr. Chronos.
Dr. Chronos is... he has made the discovery, spoiler alert, of like 100-plus-year-old story. He travels to the future, and there's 2 races of human-descended races. Mm-hmm. There's the Eloi, which are beautiful, almost elven people who live above ground, and they're like sort of simplistic and childlike. But they never want for anything, and they have sort of an earthly paradise type deal going on.
I read the book that this is all based off of, and I pictured them as the Fraggles from Fraggle Rock.
That's hysterical. That is ridiculously fucking funny.
And not only that, but I had seen like the early 2000s movie before reading it, so I already had the movie
mental image.
Yeah, the
to
movie
work
Ewoks with. In my head. I'm like, no. Fraggle Rock, that's where it's at. that was Jules Verne's original vision. Fraggle Rock.
He himself time traveled to the year 1987 and watched Jim Henson.
Bore witness to Jim Henson.
But yeah, there's the Eloi, which are the human-looking pretty ones.
Yes.
That live above ground in the Garden of Eden. And then there's the Morlocks, the stunted orc-like horrible ape men who live underground. And they are actually the master race, and the Eloi are their slaves and food, but they don't know it. Oh. And they, like, lure batches of Eloi underground for, like, the great going on ceremony or whatever, and they think they go somewhere, but in reality they're killed and eaten by the Morlocks. Huh. And
sounds pretty sweet.
Yep, the doctor, the time-traveling dude, falls in love, predictably, with one of the Eloi women, figures all this out because he hasn't been, like, genetically inbred to the point where he's a beautiful dullard. Goes with her group underground to save her from this fate, as well as any other Eloi he can. And he ends up duking it out with a bunch of these Morlock dudes. Mm-hmm. And like the Morlocks in the movie have glowing eyes, and when they die, their eyes go out. Just their eyes turn off when they die, and that's how you know they're dead.
Oh, good.
And these fearsome beasts die from him punching them. He just left and right, just poof,
suck it, fearsome beast. Little did you know, I trained with Colin McGregor of France, circa 1802.
He'll crack a Morlock upside the jaw with a right-handed haymaker, and it'll just clumsily fall sideways, lean against the wall, and its eyes turn out, and it's dead. And
well, it's because like they've grown so accustomed to just having no like competition whatsoever against these like lithe and nubile Elois. That like they don't know how to fight anymore, so they just fucking give up as soon as their head. They're like, shit, that hurt. I'll convince him I'm dead. I'll just turn off my eyes.
Yeah. But the best moment in it that made us, I think Mom and I actually had to pause the VHS of the Time Traveler so we could basically say, what the fuck just happened? Because at one point he gets a hold of a torch, and he hits a Morlock with a torch, and the Morlock slightly catches a flame, runs in a circle, windmilling its arms, and then runs into a back room. And then a mighty explosion just surges forth from the cave mouth.
What was in the room?
Just him. He just exploded for no fucking reason whatsoever. And we were like, why did he explode?
No, you know what? All Urukai or whatever the fuck they're called, Moloch ball. What are they called?
Morlocks.
Well, yeah, the Warlocks. They like the Go Blocks. The Go. Go Blocks! No, that's Glowbox. Those guys, they all just explode when they catch on fire, but it's considered a social faux pas, like really rude. So like they have to go around a corner to do it.
It's the equivalent of farting.
Yeah, exactly. Like you catch on fire, you're like, oh! It's like you feel one coming on, you're like, oh no, nobody can find out that I'm going to do this. You go around the corner, it's just like...
Oh man, I had too much pizza. Better run off into the back room and blow up.
And detonate.
Yeah, detonate.
Also, when you tell me about their eyes going out, all I could imagine is like this goofy scientist boy just like punching all these big beastly men, and when they die, they just go, and then they fall on the ground. It's just the flatline sound from Half-Life 2 whenever a Combine soldier dies.
Pretty much.
I wonder if that's an edit like somebody made out there.
I really hope that is. Steven was on the phone with me one time when I was playing Half-Life 2, and he knew that, and he goes, Jesus Christ, B-Rye, how many are you killing? All I hear is beep, 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 in the background.
I love that game.
Oh,
that game's good. And R.I.P. Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I can't wait for the sequel to come out.
Oh, you know what? That'd be beating a dead horse if, like, the complete and utter, like, all but confirmed annihilation of the possibility of Half-Life 3, like, just recently being, leaked, announced, whatever.
Well, I mean, didn't you hear what happened? At E3 this year, Gabe Newell, or, good old Gaben, was about to reveal the plot of Half-Life 3.
But he got stuck in a door frame and decided to cancel the whole thing.
No, what actually happened was...
He's mad not entitled to Half-Life 3.
Someone lit a cigarette near him, and a bit of the spark got on him, and he ran around windmilling his arms and ran into a back conference room and exploded. And
You got me!
The whole conference center shook and like plaster dust fell from the ceiling, like a horrible scene from Fallujah or something.
Oh my god!
It would have been a much bigger disaster if Reggie Fils-Aimé's face wasn't there to absorb most of the blast, leaving him unscathed.
Reggie Fils-Aimé is the one man made completely out of ballistic gel.
Mm-hmm. The ballistic man.
Yes, Reggie Fils-Aimé, the ballistic man.
Bullets go right through him. He remains unharmed.
Mm-hmm. He's like, my body is always ready.
For pain.
Well, he said himself, he doesn't, you know what, he's invincible, but he still feels all of it.
Mm-hmm.
like Wolverine. Everybody's favorite hero with
diabetes.
I don't want to refer to another person's joke. Let's not go down this path.
I'll cite the source.
Okay, yes.
I'll cite the source. There was a somethingawful.com sort of goon-generated comic that like went along as with different people's suggestions, and it just involved a shittily drawn, morbidly obese Wolverine, and somebody said like give him diabetes or something, and it's like Wolverine enjoys the cake or whatever. It helps him deal with his blurred vision and numb feet.
Ew.
I'm like, damn, dog, that's fucking way too real. Shit. My grandpappy had diabetes, D.
How many feet did they have to cut off of him?
4.
4 of them.
Okay. Unrelated to the diabetes. He's not supposed to have that many feet.
My grandpa was a centaur. A memoir of Taylor Russell. My grandpa was a centaur.
Now he's a horsepede.
A horsepede?
Yeah, because they cut off all his feet, so he just has to crawl like a centipede.
God, that's horrifying.
He's would you say he's a quadripediplegic?
You ever go down to the beach and you look into the water and you just see this hand?
No.
Taylor, I'm going to need you to elaborate on this one.
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Is it just dead hand from Legend of Zelda at the beach?
That boss is so fucking scary.
It's not as scary if you imagine him in a 2-piece bikini, just underneath an umbrella, putting on sunscreen.
Aw, like the other hands that like stick out of the ground are like rubbing him.
Yeah, he's laying down, and his other hands are rubbing him down with sunscreen.
Oh God!
Putting little Elton John sunglasses on his hideous face.
Hold me closer, tiny floor hands.
With penis earrings.
Did Elton John have pee-pee earrings?
There's some concert or some live performance that my parents were watching, and they just keep giggling, and I see what's going on, and apparently he's wearing earrings that look a lot like penises.
Huh.
If this is on like Fox or something.
Just to troll them?
I don't know. He just had penis earrings.
You know what? Good on you, Elton Jass.
Mm-hmm.
Osmond Jane.
Elton Jonathan.
Elton Jonathan! I love doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I love, like...
Charles Brown.
Charles Brown instead of Charlie Brown.
Slender James.
Instead of Slim Jim.
Yeah.
I was going to do Slim Charles from The Wire, but his name is just Slim Charles. His name is the full name in the regular the nickname.
Well, it also goes for Eminem's popular persona, but in a little bit of a different direction. It's not Slim Shady, it's Slimantha Shady.
That's stupid.
I'm going to name my first daughter Slimantha. You shut up. She's going to be beautiful and fucking fat.
Yep. It's a family name.
Yep. She'll be like, hello, my fat daughter. She's like, Dad, I wish you would stop calling me that. Like, you be quiet. Slimantha.
Your entire life's a joke to me.
I created you to laugh.
Oh, man. I think for some parents, that's true.
Oh.
I created you for giggles.
Well, you were giggling for a while, and then 9 months later, not so much.
When you giggle in your wife's vajiggle, then she makes a baby bull, and then you gotta pay for college.
Immediately.
Yep.
That was the rhyme that was taught to Taylor in sex ed in middle school. Was that exact rhyme that he just sang?
More like Skex Ed, because on Netflix they're coming out with the new Trial by Stone, fucking Dark Crystal. That's what they're going to be doing.
Really?
Yes. See how I did there? I found Skex, and I did Skexis because he's he's from it.
They're the weird old vulture ladies. Well, not all of them are ladies. They're vulture people.
Trial by Stone!
I don't want to misgender those vulture humanoids.
Voltrobanoids.
I do like the Skeksis, though. They're cool.
I mean, most of this shit that Jim Henson and his group came up with, pretty fucking sweet stuff, dog. It's very imaginative. Like I love watching Labyrinth, but actually, you know what? Taylor's little bone to pick corner over here about the movie Labyrinth. I love Labyrinth until it reaches its third act, and then I just always fall asleep. I literally, every time I've watched the movie, I think I've only seen it once all the way through. Just because, the third act is just this fucking just white noise of action going on. So it's this huge, they're staging this coup against the Goblin King throughout his town or whatever. And then just nonsense happens nonstop. Just explosions and yelling stuffed animals. And then a fucking ludicrous going, woo, and fucking rock showing up. And there's a little man who's also a cannon. And it's just you think that... How I'm making it sound makes it sound great, but when it's happening, it's all happening at once, and it's just noise.
Yeah.
And it's just this is actually kind of relaxing and weird. And you wake up, and David Bowie's and he's got a big old bulge right in front of the TV. He's just swinging it around, and and he's oh!
He's smearing his codpiece on your forehead.
Yeah. You wake up, you open one eye, and he's go back to sleep. I want to rub my nuts on you again. Testicular torsion is going to be...
Breaking news, David Bowie teabagged me from beyond the grave.
That's my second memoir after my grandpa was a centaur.
Your face is coated in Ziggy Stardust.
Oh my god! Fucking Adam, add some air horns to that shit! Woo! That was good. Give me 5. That was good.
That was pretty
Remember
good.
that newspaper comic Ziggy?
Yes!
What was the point of that?
He was the funny paper's equivalent of clip art.
Okay.
That's it.
I just remember not liking him ever for the entirety of my life. On the subject of Ziggy, there's another comic that was always in the paper, still is, to my knowledge, that my dad loves, that I've never liked.
Garfield.
No, it's not Garfield. It's Zippy the Pinhead.
Zippy the Pinhead? What?
Are you?
Is it
Yeah, I'm aware.
Is it a clown?
No,
he's a pinhead.
He's a pinhead. He has microcephalic deformity.
Yeah, an actual deformity.
Oh, what?
And it's...
Hold on.
It's kind of like non sequitur anti-humor.
Fucking... Give me a goddamn sec. I gotta look up this pinhead. I gotta look him up on my phone.
If Tim and Eric did a weird...
I encourage you folks at home to look this up too.
About an ugly clown man who drank taco sauce.
What's his name? Zigzag?
Taco sauce.
Yeah, they drink taco sauce like beer.
What's his name?
Zippy the Pinhead.
Zippy.
the Pinhead.
Okay.
And does he wear an Elizabethan collar?
No.
Because it's coming back. Okay.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking are you talking about a clown? Yeah, he does.
He does?
Sort of. He's got a clown outfit on. He's got a clown fit on. Look at him. It's a nation of pinheads.
Yep, that's what he looks like. And I've always found him disturbing ever since I was a kid.
I'm kind of disturbed by him too.
And the whole comic never made any sense to me. I never got any of the jokes. I didn't understand why my dad liked it a lot. And I was just always dismayed to see him down there in the corner of the funny pages when I was doing my read through of them on Sunday afternoon.
Although, you know what? In Zippy Stardust's defense, I'm pretty sure if you saw Zippy Ding Dong comics made by your friend on Facebook or something, you'd be like, haha, this anti-humor is quite jovial.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a great old time, grand old guffaw.
I haven't read one, actually read one, And, like, I'm sure now it's probably mostly a zombie comic that just keeps going on, you know, past the point of ever, like, being funny, or they're just recycling
like all
shit.
newspaper comics?
Yes, basically, exactly. Like all newspaper comics right now.
And that's why Calvin and Hobbes died a hero instead of living long enough to see themselves become the Simpsons.
But, like, I haven't seen a Zippy the Pinhead comic, like a golden age Zippy.
A rare golden age Zippy.
Oh!
Laminated.
An A+ rating.
I tell you.
$70,000.
Also, you said that. I thought you said an A+ rating.
That's something else.
Zippy, I've got A+.
That could very well fucking be an actual Zippy the Pinhead comic. Like, I can see him with, like, a beautiful woman sitting on, like, a bed, and then she's, like, turning to him, like, she's, like, telling him a secret, confiding in a friend, and, like, the comic, the word just at the, you know, he's looking concerned, and she's, like, looking sad, and they're just sort of sitting there, and the word at the thing just says, Zippy, I have A+. And that's the fucking comic. 1995. Golden Age Zippy the Pinhead.
Oh, my God.
Beloved by Beer Eye's dad.
Who one time got attacked by a goose.
Who one time got attacked by a goose.
I don't act like I don't remember that. I do.
But the point I was going to make was I haven't seen one with my current sense of humor and adult outlook.
Right.
I might find them funny. But, like, all of my memories of them, my latest memory of them, I was, like, 12.
Okay. I understand.
And I was like, what is this shit? I was really into, like, oh shit, what's that one called that's really funny?
None of them?
No, there's one that was actually good and was funny, and I can't fucking remember the name of it now.
Doonesbury.
Doonesbury is actually funny.
Non sequitur.
Non sequitur's weird. And is that the one where the people are hideous?
No, I think it's Bloom County.
No, I'm thinking of Close to Home, where the people are hideous.
Close to home.
That's one that might just be in the Washington Post for us Maryland liberals.
I'm not from Maryland. I'm from down old hometown Virginia. I come from down south, where we fuck our sisters. We just come on over, and the sister's like, "How you doing, big boy?" And I said, "My goodness, you're quite horny for a nun." And then it became the best porn I ever watched in my life. Thank you very much, Dane Cook, for directing this piece of cinema.
Foxtrot, that's the family.
Oh, okay.
The comic I'm thinking of.
Oh, be right.
Foxtrot.
You saved me from the weird dimension. Oh, boy.
Foxtrot's a good comic. And
Foxtrot.
It was funny back in the day, and I bet it's still funny. Unless the guy, like many talented people, has fucking run out of gas after having been expected to do a thing for 20-odd years.
Yeah. I mean, anyone would. Why can't he just pocket his Fox dollars? Like Glenn Beck did. Remember him, folks at home?
I do.
Hey, who remembers Glenn Beck? I know I do.
I died before he ever became mainstream.
I'm just imagining fucking like
Harry Carey.
No, well, yes, that's the voice I'm doing, but I'm imagining Krauthammer doing this. Like Krauthammer's just sitting there in his pundit place, and he's got the crooked glasses. I was just like, hey, does you know millennials killed the Applebees? They should be tried for murder.
They killed the apples and the bees.
That seems counterintuitive to their whole global cause, doesn't it?
Foxtrot was funny because, like, the creator of Foxtrot managed to do something that is very, very rare, which is have a joke about nerd culture actually be funny to an actual nerd because it contained enough of a correct reference to be funny, while at the same time being understandable to, like, a normie. And he had a rare gift for that.
One in every 100 years, a nerd is born that can speak to the normies. He will be revered as king or just a comic book artist. Who cares?
He did the Sunday and the funny. And that's what he did for the Bible studies.
The only other funny newspaper comic back in the day was, of course, the Boondocks.
Yeah.
The Boondocks was good, and always was good for the entirety of its run, and Aaron Magruder is funny.
True facts. I wonder what he's doing now. What Eric Magruder is doing.
He's Magruding.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
Broodin' and McGrudin.
Pretty sure he did Black Jesus. That was him.
Wait, that was him?
That was him.
Oh. Well, at least he's still working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's probably not on anymore, is it?
I'm not sure if it got canceled or if they're still, if it's in, like, renewal purgatory, but...
like all Cartoon Network shows.
Yeah. The episodes that I saw of it were funny, and it had a lot of the same creative people involved in the cast that were on the Boondocks voice actors. My favorite thing about the Boondocks is that Gary Anthony Williams, the great comedian and voice actor who does Uncle Ruckus, the breakout character of the Boondocks, if you will, physically resembles him enough that he can very accurately cosplay him, and does. And goes to cons in character as Uncle Ruckus. And
that's
screams
awesome.
at people and just does crazy shit.
Oh,
And
that's great.
It's really funny and great, and it makes me very happy that he does that.
I don't know how I'd be able to react to that. Just like, I would be overcome.
Yeah.
In real life. I'd just be like, it's Uncle Ruckus, and he said so many bad words just now. I don't even know what to do with myself.
He said all the slurs.
It was a slurry of slurs.
A slurpee of slurs.
Oh, Slurpee.
Yeah, you go to 7-Eleven, fill up your cup, and then you just can't stop saying
the bad words.
Yeah, you just can't stop saying racial epitaphs. They just come out of you.
Epithets.
Epithets.
And now, a racial epitaph. Here lies a black man. He was killed by a white man. American history. What have I done? What is wrong with me? This is what happens when you get... This is what happens when you overwork me. I turn into a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Turn into.
No, you don't understand. I'm fucking Albert Einstein when I'm not on here.
Idiot is your default state.
It is not. It's just a suit I wear. When I get off this podcast, I go to my fucking TED Talk and I'm like...
You're the leader of all Mensa.
Yes, I am the leader of mansplaining. Oh!
You moderate on the I Am Very Smart subreddit.
Oh, that is a serious diss right there.
I am very smart. Was that like a subreddit of dumb people?
It's brag about how smart they are, but they're really not.
Like as a goof, as a gaff, as a giggle?
Like seriously.
Oh, no!
They're like the type of people that list their IQs in irrelevant things, or like try to debate how logical something is, even though it's clearly not meant to be taken seriously at all.
Or overanalyzed to the extent that they're doing it.
Exactly. Just the obnoxious
It's like people
nonsense.
who just constantly fail Moore's Law.
Like reading Neil deGrasse Tyson's Twitter is very close to I Am Very Smart.
Yeah.
He does a lot of like pointless overanalyzations of like fantasy and science fiction.
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Lightsabers wouldn't work in real life. This stuff isn't real. It's like, yeah, it's not real. It's nonsense science fiction fantasy. Who gives a shit? You're not revealing how smart you are or how dumb the world is by saying that a lightsaber doesn't work. We know it doesn't work. It's just cool to fantasize.
It's just
about
cool space magic. That's all it is.
Get off your scientific high horse and just have fun, please.
Yeah.
Get off your side horse. No, careful, you guys. We're starting to sound like the current administration. Ah, you and your science. Yeah, think you're so smart with your degrees and your evidence.
I don't want to hear it. It's not cool. Just have fun. Just for once, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to thank me. It's going to be tremendous.
You're going to have the most tremendous fun. You will come over to my house. You will have the greatest time denying climate change with my friend Steve Bannon. Just kidding. We're not friends anymore. But we're totally besties, but we're not. Don't tell Steve I said anything. I don't know where I'm going with this. Please help.
Come on down to Chuckie Cheese's Wall of Fun. We got a wall of ball pits. They're tremendous. They're the best. They're so deep. Everyone loves them.
You fucking murdered me with Chuckie Cheese! Oh my god! I know we're talking about, like, being smart and also being stupid, but fuck, man. Sometimes it's the simple things in life, and that was that. Oh, that hurt how much that got me. Like, that, like my stomach hurts from how badly that made me laugh. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Fucking Chuckie Cheese, dude. That's really funny. It's just like the most simple baseline kind of way. There's no deeper thing to it. It's just funny.
You can get the Don Jr. pizza, which looks good, but it's full of grease. Or you can get the Eric pizza, which no one ever orders.
They sell beer at most Chuckie Cheeses.
They do.
Which is a... Like,
good reason to go there.
It makes perfect sense. The adults don't want to go there.
They sell like poor dad beer.
Shitty $4 a can beer for parents that just really don't want to be here.
Yeah,
but that just seems like a recipe for disaster of obnoxious children and drunk adults. they're on the same level at that point.
Yeah,
Chuckie Cheese has
this clear advantage over the other, and it just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Chuckie Cheese, where mediocre times are had.
Come to Chuckie Cheese, where your dad is drunk and you're getting punked. Buy the fucking 800 tickets, here's your plastic spider. 1,000 tickets, congratulations, little Billy. Here's a bottle cap I found on the ground. It may have some syphilis on it. It's okay. Put it in your mouth.
There was, like a whole wave of Chuckie Cheese-esque places in the 90s, and like a lot of them were better than Chuckie Cheese.
Yeah. Discovery Zone.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Discovery Zone.
It was a good
Rocket Fire Pizza Explosion. That was the band for a different one.
Oh. First off, that's great.
Yeah.
I think that should just be a band.
Is it the Showbiz Pizza band?
Yeah, Showbiz Pizza.
With Antioch, the birthday spider.
Mm-hmm. Please, let's talk about that.
Yeah, there was the Rocket Fire Pizza Explosion was a fake band, much like the Chuckie Cheese band, and that's entirely made up of animatronic mascots. And this
is the one with that really fucking terrifying bear.
Yeah, it's the same one that did sang the Love in This Club by Usher.
That is a fantastic video. If you're at home and you can go on YouTube safely, folks, you need to look up Showbiz Pizza Love in This Club. And you won't be sorry, because it's great. It's fantastic.
For our younger viewers, the Showbiz Pizza animatronic family of characters are one of the primary inspirations for the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
But anyhow, they had a character called Antioch, the birthday spider.
He was a very sparsely recurring character that only appeared at certain stores. He wasn't at all Showbiz Pizzas. He was just at a couple...
a select few.
Yeah, a select few. And it was a character... It was a giant spider with sneakers on that would descend from the ceiling, named Antioch the Spider. And all the other characters could talk to him and understand him as normal, but to the audience, he just sounds like... So one of the last surviving bits of a Antioch skit has like the dog or whatever talking to him, and he's like, "Oh well, hey Antioch, we got a heard you got a story that you like to tell the audience. How about you go ahead and do that?" Oh really? Really, that's real interesting. The whole thing?
What's that, Antioch? Israel isn't a legitimate state.
What was that?
And that's just how the bit was. Anti-Semitism and everything.
No, we didn't do that one.
Antioch the Spider had 8 times the hate for Jews that everyone else does.
Antioch, more like anti-Semitism, the spider. And
that was the code for it.
Oh.
That's why he was in such select few stores, is because they can't run that kind of anti-Semitism everywhere. And that's ultimately why Showbiz Pizza got shut down, because it turned out to just be a front for the Klan.
And also because their animatronics came alive at night and murdered security personnel.
That too. That'll happen, though. I mean, that's halfway understood. That was already happening in Chuckie Cheese. Oh, that's a good one, man.
Or you could also have the Ivanka pizza, which, quite frankly, I've had sex with.
I'm Donald Trump, and I fuck every pizza that comes to Chuckie Cheese. I rub my tiny little Cheeto on it all day.
We'll grab you by the pepperoni.
Why is Ronald Reagan here?
Because he's there in spirit. He's Reagan the birthday spider.
Now featuring Reagan the birthday spider, a new animatronic.
Well, Nancy, I'm gonna get some jelly beans.
Well, Nancy, I think we ought to support those Iran-Contra fellows.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
His numerology beliefs and his spider legs combine to the point where he only does things in sets of 8.
Oh, is that a fact?
Mm-hmm. Antioch the birthday Reagan.
Will. I think that was 9 times. I had 1 job. I fucked it up.
You had 8 jobs.
Boy, if there was ever an episode where we're like, no, I don't think Chad was a complete idiot, and then just show this episode, no, he's dumb.
Flashback to this with some echo reverb.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid. He couldn't even count to 8.
1, 2, and it's 8.
1, 2, skip a few, 8.
99, 50.
You can't expect me to count that far.
Canis Majoris.
I only have 2 hands.
I don't have 8 hands.
Wait, okay, so spiders are often depicted, like, to friendlyify them, they're often depicted having tennis shoes on each of their legs.
Uh-huh.
With, like...
That would be like having sneakers on your hands.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, think of the converse of that, which is just a spider with 8 sets of hands. Just like
humanoid hands with 5 digits.
Yeah, like really, really human hands. Very realistic.
Well, that's what the Boiler Man in Spirited Away, Kimimaro the spider.
Well, okay.
I think his name is Kamari, the Boiler Man.
Kamari.
Komachi?
Kampachi?
Kampachi?
Kampai?
Kampai.
Contra?
We'll go with that.
Combine harvester?
Combine
Oh,
harvester.
are you talking about the
spider.
guy who looks like Eggman?
Yeah, the Boiler Man.
Yes, and he has those many arms.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be a spider demon.
Oh! He's quite affable.
Yeah, I like him. Oh, damn it, I can almost remember his fucking name.
Oh, you guys are killing me. I have type 3 diabetes. You gave it to me because you're just so sweet. Actually, like, I know we keep coming back to diabetes, and I apologize at home if you're diabetic. I know it's not funny, but at the same time, I'm stupid, and this abuse, just like when I'm diagnosed, I'll turn to my wife and just be like, you gave me it because you're so sweet! Just like angrily and
frothing. With a vein bulging in your forehead. Your face red.
Yes.
Your hands clenched into fists and your nails digging into their palms.
Your feet black and atrophied.
Boy, that happened fast.
Yeah.
I just got diagnosed.
You got really bad diabetes.
Woo!
Someone hit you with the diabetes stick real bad.
Speaking of, Maddie, one of our longtime viewers, Maddie, was talking to me over the weekend, and she's like, has Beer Eye heard of that theory of the King of the Hill theory that Bill is actually Bobby's dad?
I have heard of that theory, and it is debunked in show.
Oh.
In actually kind of a sweet way, when you see pictures of... See, Hank looks a lot like his mom. Mm-hmm. When they show Hank's mom a couple times, and he really resembles her a lot. They show pictures of Cotton when he was a kid, and he looks exactly like Bobby.
Oh,
so it skipped a generation. All the manliness skipped a generation. He got his mom's traits, and hence Cotton's further disdain for his son.
And there's a bit in I don't know what episode, but like they all think they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And Bill's like, Hank, I got a confession. I had sex with Peggy, and
he's like, one night in a moment of weakness while you were away, I slept with Peggy, and there's just a long pause. No, you didn't, Bill. And he just kind of looks down and like sad.
That's That's really funny.
There's a.
I guess the main thing that like made it even a bit plausible was that Hank has his narrow urethra,
and it was unlikely that they conceived a child at all. That a semen got through.
Well, that's why they only have one.
Yeah,
and like I even think it says how they like managed to do that, and
with a sounding rod.
No.
They had to widen it up a little bit for a while.
We gotta widen the entry point, Hank.
Fetch me my Phillips head screwdriver.
A flathead would work way better.
Nope, it was Philip's head.
Not now, John Redcorn.
Dale, you cannot be sounding your best friend, Hank. Is that how John Redcorn sounds? I don't know how he sounds.
I can show you some exercises to improve your girth.
I scratched myself on the back of my neck and I'm bleeding now. Ouch! Ow!
Do you guys remember the movie Master and Commander?
Well, that was sudden. Yes, the one with Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe on the high seas.
And he's like, oh, we're gonna go to the Galapagos, and the man's gonna operate on himself while he's drunk.
Yep.
That's all I remember from that movie.
I barely remember that movie. Dad took Steven and I to see it, like, whenever it came out, which is, like, probably, like, 2004 or something, some shit like that. And he was just like, you boys want to go see a movie? You boys want to go see a movie? And, so we went to see that because it's like naval action and battles and stuff. And Steven and I were like, sign us up. Cool. And, you know, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the good ones, were out similar to that time period. And we were thinking it would contain similar scenes of, you know, naval action and boarding parties and cool shit like that. When in fact there's like one brief naval engagement at the very end of the very long and very boring movie. And
wow.
So we were disappointed in that regard, but we made up for it in our own style. By
did you?
We made up a like fake, like British sounding, funny named officer for Russell Crowe to be shouting orders to for the entirety of the battle. His name was Crotchley. Crotchley, get those broadsides loaded with chain shot. Crotchley, man the swivel gun. Fasten that mainsail, Mr. Crotchley.
Mr. Crotchley, bring me the cabin boy, Dickwood.
Dick Ladd.
Dick Ladd. Oh, he's fiscally conservative.
That he is and or was.
Okay, so we have a sign in our house that says Dick Ladd for, what is it, City Council?
County Council or something.
County Council. And it was because around the time where I was first being friends with the B-Rye, I went up to visit him in his Maryland town, and all throughout where he was living, there were signs everywhere. Like, I guess it was election season or something. There were signs everywhere for this dude named Dick Ladd. He didn't even want to be called Richard Ladd. He's just like, nope, call me Dick Ladd.
Call me Penis Boy.
Call me Penis Boy. I'll win this election, didn't he?
He did. There was a local election for city council, local elections in that regard.
And he dicked it up.
Dude's name was Dick Ladd, and he fucking won. And there were signs for him everywhere.
And his running mate, Pooh Dicky. I didn't want to bring up Itchy Testicle.
And his sidekick, Itchy Testicles. That's an aside there. That's just a weird thing Steven said once apropos of nothing. Anyhow, Dick Ladd was and is real. Is and was. He was old when he ran, and this was like 8 years ago, so he may have retired since, but he won the election, and the newspaper would say, like, City Councilman Dick Ladd said Saturday, and he'd be like, this is fucking real. This is
Dick wins.
This is like, competition slammed by Dick.
Or Dick got slammed. If it had gone the opposite way.
Dick thrusts way to victory.
Dick rides to the top.
That's a good one. Ooh, you get a special brownie point for that one.
Dick shafted in election.
That that was the next election, yeah. Dick shafted an election. Oh, my God.
Dick lad, balls deep in trouble.
Dick becomes biggest member in council.
Dick lad, his name is similar to penis.
Oh, that made me lightheaded.
It's just this full-page article just stating that fact and how it's funny.
Well, it looks... Dick Ladd, his name is similar to penis, is the headline.
Yeah.
And if you look closely, you notice the entire body of the article that is arranged in, like, columns like a real article is just says, ha 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 ha.
And they're, like, varying, like, links and spaces.
Yes. And in the middle it just says dick. Ha 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 ha. And the article is, that's seriously his name, comma, dude. And then it just says, like, reporter VJ Brown contributed to this report, or something like it says at the actual end of a newspaper article.
There are enough pictures and like quotes just sparse throughout the article that the text itself takes the form of an erect penis.
ASCII style.
Yeah.
Yes, a big old ASCII dick.
You all must bow to Dick. He is your god now.
We can't get caught in this loop again. We can't get caught in the dick storm.
The Dick loop.
The hurricane penis.
Hurricane Richard.
Yeah, there you go.
Coming for us right after Irma.
This is Dick Storm, your weather reporter, coming to you live from the super volcano in Yellowstone. Dick?
So, everyone has a basic knowledge of how green screens work. If you are wearing green, then whatever...
On the topic of Weatherman?
Yeah, on the topic of Weatherman.
Okay.
So, like, if a Weatherman wears a green suit, he's going to look like a floating head.
Yes.
So,
which is great and is hilarious.
Exactly. And I've seen pictures where newscasters have taken advantage of that for like, jokes for, like, Halloween or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So, I'm pretty sure I've seen one where they wore a completely green suit, but they attached, like, a skeleton under their neck, so it looks like they're just a living head on on bones.
That's awesome! Oh, that's super cool!
And I really want to see a bit where the newscaster is
wearing a solid green morph suit with the crotch cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
That too.
And that's how he points to the different counties.
Yeah.
You see a floating wang.
But
what were you gonna say?
I imagine like he's doing the whole skeleton thing, so it looks like he's got a living head on the skeleton body, haha. And then after the weather is over, he walks back into the into like the newscaster's room where there's no green screen, and he just has a skeleton body for real.
Wow, that's way funnier than I thought.
Gets
where
a
you
cup
were
of
gonna
coffee
go
and drinks it, and it pours right through his rib cage on the floor.
I thought you were going to be like, just once I want the weather to come on, and I want the guy to have the whole skeleton get up, whatever. And then it's like, and it's just like, now on to, and now on to Osmond Rivers with the news. And he's just like, ah! 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 And like the skeleton's all bloody. I think that's the highest pitch I've ever screamed. That was good.
It's not a green screen. It's real, and I'm terrified.
It's real, and the thing that scares me the most is it doesn't hurt.
Is it the weatherman screaming?
Yeah.
Because I imagine
he looks in a mirror and we're like, oh shit!
Well, yeah, of course it's the weatherman screaming.
Well, see, I imagine a different variation where the attractive photogenic male and female anchor team are like, now we go to Rod Storm with our.
Clever, that's good.
We now go to Rod Longley with the
Sorry. Wow.
Just cuts to him, and he's like cheerful. He's doing the floating head skeleton body bit, and he's just like cheerful. Nothing's wrong. And he's like, as you can see here, we have a warm front moving up from the south. And as soon as he cuts to him, you just hear like farther back off camera from the anchor man, you just hear the oh my god, and like the female actor voice is like ah! They're just horrified. Like, someone stop him! We need a doctor!
We need a doctor! We need a doctor! Oh! And he's like, what? Stop! Whoa!
Oh my god!
The xylophones start quietly playing.
Oh my god.
At the sound of mayhem and screaming.
is worse than Christine Chubbuck.
What?
Who?
Christine, who's Christine Chewbacca?
Christine Chubbuck was a newswoman who shot herself on air.
Oh my fucking god, B-Rye! How do you know this? My name!
Because I know all things terrible. That's why I'm sad all the time.
Yeah, but she green screened the gun so nobody knows why her head blew up. Oh, what have I done?
Exploded like in scanners with like hamburger meat and everything. No, she was a very depressed news lady.
Jesus, man.
Pretty much did, like, in the midst, unannounced. Well, of course, unannounced. They wouldn't have let her do it if she announced.
Well, of course not.
But,
hey, Mr. News Anchor, is it okay if I kill myself on air tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. It's good for ratings. People like the whole violent aspect.
Yeah.
She pretty much just did, like, and now this, and, like, pulled a gun out from the desk and just shot herself.
Whoa.
On live news.
Okay,
and then
damn.
Playing the Monty Python opening.
Jeez. No, that's it's not a now. Oh, you mean an now for something completely different?
Yeah.
And then a now for something completely different. And then the It's guy is just green screen skeleton bodied. It's. Which I'm sure if they had access to that technology, they probably would have done that eventually.
Oh yeah.
Back to the green screen thing. I kind of went the reverse of that too, where a guy just like has a green morph sock over his head. And they're like, and now on to Chunk Turgid for the weather. And then they go over to the weather, and then it's just him looking headless, and then you just hear like,
flailing his arms around, blindly stumping about
No,
the studio.
he's like completely normal. His body's completely normal, and he's just pointing to everything like a normal weatherman would, but there's this tortured screaming of him. Just like,
the smiling sun graphic on the thing is looking towards him and looks concerned.
yeah, like,
It seems like an SCP.
It really, really does.
what do you mean? Like, what aspect of it is the SCP? The weatherman?
Yeah, the weatherman.
Or is it the footage?
The absurdity and horror.
The weatherman himself is an SCP. It's a condition that takes over people and makes their head disappears on green screen. All of their vocalizations just come off as muffled screams. They're fine, but any broadcast will have this effect on it.
I'll take it. That's a pretty good. That's one of those like truly anomalous kind of SCPs.
Yeah. Euclid class.
Yes, exactly. Well, no, Euclid. Yeah, not Keter.
Because they don't want to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! The weatherman has no head. Kill him.
Blow his head off. You shoot in the direction of his head, and like his body isn't visibly hit, but he dies anyway.
I was gonna say just quick cut to the morbidly obese like station boss who's just like he's wearing an ill-fitting suit and eating a sandwich through which he yells through a mouthful of, "Throw him in the head and see if he dies."
Sandwich shavings going everywhere, every which way. I want to fuck around with green screen. That sounds fun. Yeah. Just release a series of videos, just like, and now Bob Big Dick with the leather, and shit. If I think it'd be really fun, or like what I want is like a green screen of the guy's head, but like photo imposed onto what his body is. So like it's his tiny head on top of his huge head. But it's upside down, so like both necks are touching. That's what I want. I just want that.
Okay.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just think it'd be funny. Oh, man.
So that's a bone, and it's funny to me.
B-Rye, stop pointing at my penis. It's not nice of you to... It's not nice to stare.
Taylor has one of those dick bones like a bull.
I am like
most mammals.
Yep.
I am like most mammals, and much like most mammals, we all must come to an end eventually. Just like this podcast to this week. Hey everybody, we like you. Keep listening. Keep watching the skies for more bones and fresh boners, courtesy of your boys at Frankenstein Control. Because that's all the weather holds for us. Ain't that right, Weatherman Dick Largely? He's okay.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.